we back. Amigos. Send this out to Lady Pun. I apologize. I know sometimes this live thing gets a little wacky sometimes, but I checked it out early and everything was working, so I don't know what's going on right now. Let's see if we could get Lady Pun in here. I just sent her an invite. Let's see if we can get up in here. Cause I don't. The devil be working hard sometimes, man. The devil be working hard, boy. To another invite, Pun. Let's see if we get Lady Pun up in here. Come on. All right, let's get it. Let's see. Let's get it. Don't mess with me now. Don't mess with me now. Internet, social media. Come on. Let's get Pun up here. Let's get Lady Pun in the building. Come on. Don't do this to me. Let's not do this. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. I swear I hate sometimes I hate social media, man. Come on, man. Oh, everything was just working perfect. Everything was copacetic. Oh man, Pun, I apologize for this technical difficulty right now. I really do. Why it's not letting you join, I have no idea. I'm sending you invites. I'm accepting your invite. I apologize for those that's in the live for this technical difficulty. I don't know why it's not letting the homie Lady
Oh,
Pun. There we go.
there we
Man,
go.
the devil be
Listen,
working hard
it's
sometimes,
crazy.
boy.
It's crazy that you say that because I literally had this conversation. Good evening, first of all, before we
Good
jump
evening.
into
Good
speaking on
evening.
energy and aura. So we live on TikTok at the same time, official Lady Pun. We're live on Instagram, obviously official Lady Pun. Alongside Write Your Own History TV and my man Just Right.
You
Shout
already
out to
know.
you.
Shout out to you. First, before we get crazy, I want to shout out to everybody that's in the live. Appreciate the video. Shout out to you. Thank you for having enough time in your day to join the platform and talk
Oh,
about your
absolutely,
story and what you got going on.
absolutely.
If you those that don't know, this is Lady Punters in the building. Shout out to Con Genius showing some love. Salute to you, Con
Oh
Genius.
yes, salute,
Um,
my
I
guy,
definitely,
salute.
I gotta get the Con Genius on here because he got a crazy story too.
Listen.
But I don't want to take it too much of your time. But I gotta get him up
He
here
needs his
too.
episode.
Yeah,
Listen,
he
give him
definitely
his
got
flowers,
to
my
get his
guy.
flowers too.
He's a part of this conversation, so he ain't going too far. He know what's
Yeah,
up, man. Thank you
he
for
did
tuning
he
in.
definitely dope
Look,
dope. He got
absolutely.
that's something else. But anyway, let's get into you, Lady Pun. For those that don't know, used to be Lady D.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Lady D, Lady Pun. She has an incredible journey from. I want you to tell
used to
your
be
story, but I just
Lady
want to give
D.
a quick synopsis
Go right ahead.
about your journey. You went from you went through a lot. You went from a car accident that almost lost your life. You couldn't walk. From that journey to your weight loss journey to you being a young mother to so I want you to just talk your talk, tell your journey because this platform is for you. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I just want to salute you, give you your flowers, talk your talk.
Thank
Please,
you, thank you.
everybody, share the live. This is a positive platform. So please, I don't mind the comments and questions, but keep it positive. Keep your negativity to yourself. Salute everybody. Lady Pun, tell your story, man. Matter of fact, I want to know before you get crazy, talk about the energy, but is Lady Pun, was that you gave it to yourself or was that given to you? Because you just, I know you're nice, so I
Right.
know you're nice. You know what I'm saying? So,
Thank you, thank you. So to start off, obviously support is free. We're gonna say that. But to answer your question, we're gonna jump right into it. So the idea of the name was given to me by a Def Jam rep back in 2014. I want to say 2014. Now this time I was still Lady D, like you did. You touched base on that, and I'm gonna
uh-huh.
tell you how we know. We go back because maybe 30% of people know about my car accident. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
how you know. You know what I'm saying? Like you know me because in depth. But ultimately, when I was Lady D, I've always rapped. You know what I mean? I've always spoken about in depth things. You know what I mean? It's just we were all in a different point in time in life. But
hmm
at that time, I was separating the English and the Spanish. If you remember, like my first mixtape, I think maybe even into my second one. I was still separating. I was doing the hardcore like Dominican shows in the Bronx,
Uh-huh.
up in Dykeman and doing the freestyles crazy. But then I was in Bushwick doing, nothing but English songs. So I sat down with Def Jam. Shout out to my boy Quan Lee, who's
Shout
still
out to
around as
Quan
well.
Lee.
He set that up.
He's been around for a
Absolutely.
minute. Shout out to Quan
Muggle
Lee.
status. That was a Muggle status. This was crazy. But Polo actually gave me the idea. He was like, "Yo, like the." I think obviously with the imagery because I was about 300 pounds at that time. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
but because I was so nice and I was doing it in Spanish, he was like, "Yo, why are you separating it? Put it together the
Mm-hmm.
way Pun did it, you know." And then when he said that, and he was like, and then he was like, I'm not trying to say because of your weight, but
Yeah.
that's what I think of when I hear you. You have the depth, you have the lyricism, you understand the culture, He never mentioned anything about losing the weight. I think that just came with overtime. I worked literally my ass off.
Yeah,
So,
I want to salute you that 'cause that in itself, coming from your whole weight loss journey, and that itself is discipline in itself. That can have you in a state where you don't want to do anything. Your confidence is not there. You kind of in a depressed mode, and just you coming from that, and not that you had to lose it, but it was something I felt. I think it was something within yourself. You said, "Nah, I want to do this for myself." So the fact you did that and was able to keep going and keep your confidence and still be yourself. Salute.
thank
If
you.
you want, matter of fact, if you're in the motherfucking cloud, fire emojis for that. Fire
Yeah,
emojis for Lady Plumber. We put
thank
on a
you.
fire emoji for Lady Plumber just for that, because
Yo,
people don't know
thank you.
that
Yeah,
losing, being disciplined, and losing weight and,
it's a
and, and
mental thing,
regaining confidence
man.
yourself is exactly. So you have to be mentally tough with that. So shout out to you, man.
Thank
I
you,
didn't want
thank
to cut
you.
you. I just wanted to shout
No,
that out
you're
for you.
good. Listen, I want to just say thank you for like the praise. Like it feels good. You know what I mean? I've been working a long time, and I'm still working.
Hmm.
I'm still nobody. That's how I say it. People get upset when I say it. I'm still out here working like everybody else. I'm just blessed that the paths that I've crossed within the industry the past
Hmm.
decade literally has, everybody's been working just as hard as I am, clearly because we're all flourishing now. So it's a beautiful
Yeah,
thing.
it's great.
Um, but the weight loss just came hand in hand. It was like, it was a life change. um I had to change my name with the music because I had a copywritten issue with some chick up in uh somewhere in fucking Europe. Excuse me, we're never gonna get into that, but that was a whole thing. I lost my whole third album, 718 to 717. Everything on Spotify. So ultimately it just was like a life change.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It was like, you know what, if I'm gonna commit to this, at that point I only had my daughters. And I was actually recently single at the time from their father as well, a very long relationship. So it was just a whole life
That's what.
shit.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then I was at peace. I was happy, and then the music just flourished. You know what I mean? Um,
I see that you've been in all of even studio junking it crazy over your whole career, damn near. From I just want to shout these studios out, cause I mean I gotta give these flowers. I don't want to just skip over these things, man.
nah, I love that
From
you do your
yes,
homework, bro. I love it.
so from Boom Studios with DJ White Rock, who for those who know who DJ White Rock is, he worked with Tony Touch, Fat Joe, many more other artists, as well as Pipeline Studios, whose credentials go back to Ja Rule's first album, the Fast and Furious soundtrack. Fight Club Studios, we're working with Cardi B producers, Evan LaRae, DJ Cream, Lamega, who makes an amazing song with the reggaeton artist, the Ozzy.
Mm,
I mean, with the Heat Makers, with the late great Fred the Godson who passed during
mm,
COVID 2020.
yes, rest in
I
peace.
want to ask, how was it working? This being in the circle and around such hip hop energy, and especially with Fred the Godson. I'm only mentioning him because that's someone I never got to personally meet and chop it up with him. I saw him do
Mm,
shows, I saw him perform, but I never really got to meet him and really chop it up with him. And everything I hear about Fred the Godson is he was a dope individual, just down to earth, and we know about the bars, but
yeah.
how was it just working with
So
Fred, man?
Fred was very humble, man. I had the blessings and the chance to meet with him on two or three occasions. As Lady D, I opened up for him. As Lady D, we ended up touching the same stages, and it was just like, he respected that he saw me in multiple states.
Hmm.
You feel me? He was like, damn, shit, like, you know what I'm saying? What's up? Like, we trying to work. And I was like, absolutely. Like, what's up? So when he actually listened, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, you got it. Like, stay with it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Just stay consistent. And he loved the Spanish flow. You're right. So he was like, yo, pun, like, but when we were working, I hadn't even made the name change yet.
Mhm.
So if you listen to the track Loyalty with
Loyalty.
Fred the Godson, that's on Adios. He says it like, should I write down? They compare me to pun. I'm dressed in they white, prepared if they come. It's crazy. It's
Mhm.
ironic. May he rest in peace. You know what I mean? But it's because we had a conversation when he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, "Yo,
You had a
I
relationship.
feel like, you know, like pun. If pun was here, this would be what he would want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Mhm.
something. It's a direction you should take. So ultimately, he took a major portion of making this. You know, adapting the reference, because that's something I also want to clarify. I'm not taking anybody's name. You
Yeah.
know, Big Pun is Big Pun was short for
Yes.
Punisher. Understand?
For those that don't know, it was Big Punisher. A lot of people don't
The
even know
Big
that.
Punisher. You know what I'm saying? So Pun was shortened after Punisher. My reference on pun is the English literature reference to the word, the definition of what a pun is, you know, what you
I
write.
like that.
You understand? However, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm from Brooklyn, so it's
Uh-huh.
automatically emphasized, referenced, hip hop. Puerto Rico is the late great pun. You understand what I'm saying? I've had feedback, I've negative, positive. I've had family members reach out, and it's like I say, hey, listen, like I'm not doing nothing wrong. I've had the conversations. I thought I've had the conversations I need to have with who I need to have. You can have
Mhm.
that conversation. I don't need to show proof or receipts of nothing. You know what I mean? This
Mhm.
is this is America. You know what I'm saying? I can,
That's fact.
but let's look further into the picture and listen to what I'm
Mhm.
saying. You know, and instead of going against the grain, you know, add to what I'm trying to bring to the table. Look at the depth. Look at who I'm speaking to. Look at the changes that I'm trying to make. I'm not out here, no disrespect to nobody, but I'm not what you listen to on the radio. You understand what I'm saying? And
You.
that's probably the most respectful way I can say it. No disrespect to anybody who's on the
I
radio.
mean,
Everybody's hustling. I'm not here for the moment. I'm here to
th-
stamp hip hop.
and that's why I don't think you should say no disrespect because you just being you. It's not like you said. You spoke to who you need to speak to. You're not the name is not being taken in vain. It's not being promoted as something in a bad light. So
Yeah,
you're doing what you like again. You got people like Fred the Godson and certain people co-signing the name and saying people that been around Pun is saying, I think Pun would like to hear this. I'd like to
right,
he'd respected that. So I think going forward, you shouldn't even hate take no disrespect. You already did what you had to do. You
right.
spoke to the right people. You continue to put work in. You continue to show respect and make sure the name is in a positive light. So
Shout out to
that's what.
Wave
Shout out to Wavy
Crave.
Crave. Shout out to
Wave
Wave
Crave,
Crave.
you already
Shout
know.
out to
We got BMO
everybody
in
in
the
the
building.
live. I appreciate the comments. Shout out
Everybody
the
in
live.
PA right now. We got the Bronx in the building. We got Pennsylvania in the building. I got Florida. We got
Shout out
Jersey.
everybody to check
Everybody,
it. That's what's up. Fire
man.
emoji.
God bless
And when you
y'all.
come in here, you check
Shout
in. You put a fire emoji for Lady Pun, man. Stop playing. That's how we
out
doing it tonight. We putting
to
fire
my best
emojis for
friend. It's a
Lady Pun,
birthday
man.
weekend.
That's what's
Believe
going
it.
on. So check it. I know you got some things going on. I
Yes.
want to talk about first. Before I talk about the project Adios and your upcoming fifth EP, I want to talk about the 8 Ball clip joint because you know what I'm saying? When it was crazy when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's ill. And I saw that I was like, ah, shit, I'm late. So I'm like, hold on, why didn't
Yeah.
I see this? Been saw this, but how did that
Listen.
come along? Matter of fact, shout out to Heineken and Esso. You know what I'm
So
saying? Shout out to them. They've
that's
been
all I
they've
can
been doing a
say.
lot for the culture. So that
Yes.
shout out to them and what they got going, their whole platform. Again, I don't care about shouting out anybody's platform because it don't take nothing away from my
Right.
platform. So
Support
a
is
lot of people
free.
don't like doing that.
Support is
But I
free.
don't exactly support is free. So how did that link come about and how was that experience doing the 8 Ball clip?
So, so no lie. Um, it was probably one of the most random. Not, I can't say random because it wasn't random. Nothing is random in life, you know. But it was an amazing blessing
Hmm.
opportunity that I received. It was a phone call, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
It was it was legit. Like, yo, you ready? Yeah, pull up.
Wow.
Okay, 8 bars.
So
That's it.
they picked the beat or you picked the beat
It
or
was
was
no
it
beat.
just
It was
they,
acapella. That's what 8 Bars is. You
I
pull up
forgot.
on the spot. They
There
put up.
is
They
no. Y'all
putting
know
up
why
on
I
your
was so
hood.
deep.
Yeah, they putting up on your hood. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody else. You know, I believe watching. I think they're on 100 episode 130 something, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to them. I was episode 28.
Dope.
We're hitting 30K, I think, right now. And that was released last year. So just to touch base on that, when I met them, it was at a very difficult time in my life. I had just moved back up to Jersey. It was a very difficult transition. I was blessed with an opportunity and I took it. Some moves were hiccuped in between that should have, like, that I was a little bit mentally, you know what I mean? I didn't have my hoodie on. That was something I took personally, that I didn't
Mm-hmm.
wear. You know how I
So
am.
Lady Pun.
You've known me
Uh-huh. You got
every
you
album.
rep
You know
you
that
repping
every
it.
album comes with the merchandise. I got the t-shirts, I got the stickers, I got everything. You know what I mean? So it was a blessing. So I'm putting it up now because it may not have looked like it, but I took a year off. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
had to take a year off and I had to tend to what I had to tend to with my transition. You know, I got 4 kids. I have a
Mm-hmm.
business. I do my music. I'm still, doing what I do. So 8 Ball Clips it's just consistent. It's because it's 8 balls. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm giving you depth. I'm giving you knowledge. I'm giving you what hip hop is. I'm not giving you a song. I'm not giving you something that was pre-written. I'm not giving you bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout outs to Heineken and Esso, because if it wasn't for them, you know what I'm saying, they opened a lot of doors for me visually, digitally, and just respectfully for the fact that they respect me and what I do.
Dope.
I have nothing but love and respect for them, you
Dope.
know what I mean? So
Dope. Shout
looking forward to working
out.
with them as well too. Shout out to them. Yo,
Go
shout
check
out
out 8 Ball Clip.
to Umi Dubs too. Like they impart, they just did the collab with Esso. That's where I was at
Okay.
over the summer before I forget. Umi Dubs, check them out, follow them. Their gear is fire. Dave Reese was just with them too.
Shout out to them. Shout out to that whole team. Um, you just let people know you got 4 kids, you got your own business. How do you balance this out? How do you balance life and pushing and
Mm.
staying relevant as far as a music artist and your business? And because people swear that sometimes, like, we independent, we on a come away, nobody got crazy, we ain't rich, we might. So sometimes people forget that we have regular lives. So how do you balance everything and still maintain being a mother and being an artist?
I don't work for nobody else.
That's
I don't
rule
work
number
for
one.
nobody else. I work for myself. You got to make ways for yourself. You're gonna chase your dreams. You're gonna and still provide. You've got to work for yourself. You know what I mean? Ultimately, it comes with a lot of selfishness. It comes.
Ah, now
It comes.
explain it, because I know when you say selfishness, I know you don't. People say selfishness and automatically think it's in a negative notation.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
please break that down as far as sometimes we have to be selfish in order to achieve your goals. So just explain the selfishness.
Correct. So, I used to be a very available individual. You know, I'm a
Hmm.
healer. I feel like I want to save everybody. You know what I'm saying? I want to support everybody. I want to rock with everybody. And I still am. You know me. You know what I mean? I'm positive. That's how I am. However, I learned with over time, loving the wrong people, being around the wrong people, giving too much of your energy is ultimately going to take from you drastically
Hmm.
over a period of time. Uh, so, I learned to I learned by force. I was forced to learn. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I had to see it. Like you can't be worried about nobody else. You're not gonna be a better person because you're loving somebody. You're not gonna be a better person because you're with somebody. You need to be a
Mm.
better person on your own, you
Mm.
know?
That's deep.
And ultimately I learned that myself, my characteristic as a woman, the woman that I am, when it comes to my music, um, you can't tell me I'm not doing it.
Exactly. I
You
love
know?
that. I love the fact that because as soon as you said that, it's like people forget to pour into themselves. They're so
Right.
busy pouring into everybody else, and like you said, loving the wrong people. And it could be not even the wrong people at the wrong time. You're giving them too much of yourself when you should be more
Absolutely. On yourself.
giving yourself that same thing. So I just hope when people hear that. You have to be selfish. It's not in a negative way. It's more like I gotta make sure I'm good.
Right. It's
Because
a
if Lady Pun ain't
self-reflection.
good, then not them. My kids ain't good. My business ain't good. So I gotta make sure Lady Pun is good before anything else. So I want to again salute to that because that's dope. And it's not easy. it's
Yeah.
not easy to be selfish in that manner because as a given person like yourself, sometimes we feel bad that we're being
Hmm.
selfish, which is crazy.
Absolutely.
We feel bad that we're pouring into ourselves and taking care of ourselves to the point where we forget ourselves and we lose ourselves sometimes.
Hmm.
So again, another show of discipline and how mentally strong you are
But
as a woman.
but it doesn't. It takes you getting lost to get here too. You know what I mean? Like it takes you being completely destroyed. Like again, there's that saying. Phoenix rise from the ashes. You
Mhm.
have to completely be destroyed to be able to build yourself back up from nothing, and because you have to understand what it takes to completely. You're rebuilding yourself from a foundation of nothing.
Yes,
With a
good point.
complete understanding.
That's a great point because sometimes losing yourself is not it's not a bad thing.
No.
Sometimes we see it like sometimes losing people and like they say, God does things for a reason. He separates, get you people out your life and certain things, and sometimes at the moment it's like, oh my goodness, it's all over. But when you really sit down and have clarity, it's like, hold up, this is a chance for me to build myself up and get back right. The key is what you did. I think the most important thing you did was you recognize that. Now,
Mm.
a lot of us don't
Good
recognize
point.
the point when this is the time for me to be self-reflect and do me, because we so caught up in what's been taken away or what was removed, we don't understand that that was for a reason.
I
So
think
again,
I think that also has a lot to do with people's circumstances and experiences in life.
mhm,
Because, I
agree.
mean, I don't think I can't say I would have reacted the same way if I didn't have four children. You understand what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
can't expect somebody else to react the same way or have the same mindset because they're not under the same type of pressures. You
that's
understand
true.
what I'm saying? So
I agree
everybody's
with
gonna
that.
react different to the same situation. It's not gonna be the same
You're
situation.
absolutely right. All right, now the journey continues. Let's get
Let's
into
get
this.
into it.
Let's get into this Adi. Matter of fact, before we get out of it, I saw the video when you what show was that on when you were doing that? It was like a Spanish American Idol. What was that? The Tego. I don't want to
Tengo
mispronounce it because I was like,
talento.
hold up, this girl is not playing. She's
Yeah, I don't play. We international. Listen,
so,
so
so,
tengo
so,
talento, mucho talento.
yeah, talk about that because that I brought that up because it's a part of the journey and people don't understand that there's so many ways to be out there and on this journey of being successful. So many ways to get on or get yourself out there and perfect your craft. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? It doesn't have to be English. It could be, it's so much. Sometimes we get opportunity that because it's not the one we want or we think we should have at the moment, we turn it down, not knowing
Hmm.
that's a part of the journey.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I always think that success is not the destination; it's the journey.
Hmm.
It's what you go through on your way to the ultimate goal. So this let's talk about that experience and how that even come about.
So I lived in Florida for a few years, and during the pandemic, and
Okay.
I had my sons back to back. So in between, no, this was 2020, February 2020. So this was fresh 2020.
Mm.
Um, I had
Fresh
just
pit.
moved to Tampa,
Yeah.
fresh 2020. I had just moved to Tampa. And I was, like I said, my business is there. I was already in with like the radio stations and stuff, and they had auditions for the Spanish America's Got Talent is basically what it is.
Mhm.
So it's called Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento, which is I have talent, last time. America's Got Talent. Um, and I was like, I had just released the visual to Te Necesito. That's actually going to be finally available on digital download, helping pending TuneCore and CD Baby if they approve it. Um, for streaming, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it was like my American moment to do like the bilingual crossover type
Uh-huh.
shit. You know what I mean? Like my Selena moment. So I took advantage of it. I went to the auditions. They had them in Tampa. Um, it was a pretty popular audition because again, this is a very popular show amongst the Latin culture, the Spanish Central American, culture.
Yes.
So there was a whole bunch of people doing the mariachi shit, you know what I mean, all that.
Wow.
I'm
Because a crazy
standing
scene. I know.
there,
I could imagine.
bro. You see what I was wearing? You know what I mean? So like, and for people who don't know, you don't go and try out and go on TV. This is a
Yeah.
process. So we tried out in Tampa. What you saw me with on TV was what I tried on in Tampa. My hair, baby hairs, everything was exactly the same. However, this was a process that took weeks because it went from Tampa. I made it through. They loved it because of course they knew the reference right away.
Mm.
You meet with the producers and the everybody else before you meet with them. That's what the process is.
Okay.
And nobody's ever been in that experience. I will have a TikTok that speaks and shows on those processes. I've done The Voice. I've done X Factor when X Factor was on. So like you said, just go out and try. I literally come from the era of foot traffic. So we're in California now. Get into Tampa, and they're like, "All right, you're flying to Cali next week." And
Wow.
so, like, I flew to Cali, LAX, beautiful. Saw the Hollywood sign. I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? So it was a dream
That was a
come
good thing.
true. I thank God. I cried a little bit, gave grace, and we went straight to the studio. And I never left anywhere else. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I filmed the entire fucking time. It was amazing. I still have the footage. I was just telling my daughter, like, I gotta put a nice little clip together for y'all to show you guys, like, the behind the scenes of the
Yeah.
stuff. But you got all these Spanish culture, and then I'm over here Miss Hip Hop. I'm like, yo, I'm 32 years old. My baby hairs look like John Travolta's sideburns in Greece. You feel me? I'm like, what's going on here? But it was an amazing experience, and I got 4 yeses. Because it's in Spanish, so it's very hard to understand. The bald guy, his name is Pepe Garza. They're all very big producers in the industry. The 2 young ladies, the 2 women are very big singers in the industry. The one, her mother's a very late singer as well, iconic, almost like Selena. And then the old fat guy is just like a real fucking comedian. But I
He's
got
the
4
Randy
yeses.
Jackson. He's the Randy Jackson of the show.
Yeah, and then the bald guy Simon. So that's what I was really worried about. Hey, yo, shout outs to my fans. They in the building right now.
Shout them
Dose,
out.
4 Bricks, studio watching from the studio, MB, Mac. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout them
So
out.
I just got on that stage, man, and I do what I do. You know what I mean? I'm comfortable on stage. I'm comfortable.
That's I brought that up because it's like, again, it's a part of the journey. Like it's preparation for other stages, bigger moments, and sometimes, we because of social media, like we from the era when you actually had to go outside and you had to meet
We
these
was
people and you had yourself.
outside.
Sometimes
Hopped out the
social
truck.
media kind of fogs that away and you forget that you have to still perform and actually be. You have to be that person you promoting on social media, and a lot of people that I've seen it, they get on stage and it's like, what the
Social
whole.
anxiety.
So yeah, it's like, hold up, they don't know their music, they face, they don't even believe themselves. So I just brought that up to let people know that this is a journey. It's not just because I'm on social media and I got 2 million
But
followers.
you can have 2 million followers, but if you're recording, if you're singing over your full
Hmm.
track, you're not professional at all. You should have your performance track. You should know where your ad libs are. If you got a hype man, he should know when he's coming in. You know what I mean? Like, be professional with it. Don't go out here. I'm a woman, so I feel like it's already harder for me 10 times. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I'm not a woman out here being anything sexual. I never have been. I've always been sexy because when I was 300 pounds, I was still the hottest shit. It's just, you know what I mean? It's still it's how
I
it
would,
is.
and I'm glad you brought that. 'Cause I was gonna talk about you never. How do you feel that I mean, not how do you feel? How does that build your confidence or keep you confident that you never had to subject yourself to being half naked or showing your
Oh,
body, or you always kept it sexy, but you made sure you was clothed right. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So how did that how did that affect you? Not you, but your music in the negative and positive. Because I'm sure you probably got told you should wear
Oh,
this or why don't you do
yeah.
this? But so explain, because I know sometimes as a female artist, and I hate saying female rapper because I'm like, you're an MC, whether you're female or male,
Right.
you're an MC. So
Right.
how does it, if it affects you at all as an MC in a negative and a positive way, as far as how you promote yourself and put yourself out there?
I mean, it always made things harder. Um, I think back then it was a lot harder because it was like I was automatically seen as a dyke. You know what I mean? Because it was
Mm,
like, I
okay.
wore my fitteds. You know what I mean? I was a
You were
sport boy. I
you.
played sports.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wore my hats. You know what I mean? I wore my fitteds. I wore whatever. But so at that point, I think that was really what was difficult because it was like people really had to listen. You got to listen to
Mm-hmm.
me. That's you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean. So ultimately it became a benefit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it was just like I had to accept that if I wanted them to listen, I had to look the part. Now I can still look the part, and I'm still not out here doing anything I wasn't doing
Mm-hmm.
before. I'm doing everything I was doing before. I'm just half the person that I was before.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but I live my life that way. So it's not hard to do it on camera because I've lived my life that way my entire life. Can't no man be out here talking about he was with me, ain't no hoes. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
it's, I go back home, I'm golden, ain't nobody touch. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. I don't move that way. I don't mix business with pleasure. I don't sleep with friends' husbands. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
very old school. I'm by the book. I'm OG. Word is bond, and that's just what it
And
is.
that,
You know what I mean? Like,
and that's what I like about you, because you always been true to yourself. You never tried to be, like you said, never tried to be someone you're not, or present to the world that this person is who, but be someone different behind the scenes of that person. So fire emojis for that shit, man, because it ain't easy to do, man. I mean, we in a world of people, everybody trying to be everybody but themselves. So continue to be who you are and be true to yourself, and be, no matter
mhm.
what kind of reception you get, is
Educate
definitely
yourself.
yeah.
Educate yourself.
Yeah, that again, that's knowing who you are. You are very in tune with who you are as an MC and as a female, and you understand what space you want to be in and what you're trying to do. So, like you said, educating yourself and being true to who you are and knowing who you are. That's very big in the
Ocho, fire
Ocho.
emoji.
It's
Go.
okay. Oh, yo, Ocho visuals. I want to shout out Ocho because that last visual I saw with the shit fish shine all crazy, I was like, yo, that was fire.
That's
I like stuff
nothing.
like that.
He is a
Shout out to
genius.
Ocho
Listen,
visuals.
2024. So all you're gonna see is me and Ocho.
That's
That's
what's
it.
up.
It's infinity. That's it.
Ocho, you
Forever.
got you got you got my you got
Forever.
my you got my thumbs up, Ocho.
Let's
I don't
go.
know who
Oh,
Rock Joe. This is
that's
I
my
can't.
dad.
That's
That's
can I put your dad on? He wants to come in the
Papa
video.
Smurf. Absolutely. That's
All
my
right,
dad.
I do want
Look,
okay, that's what we
that's
rocking.
Papa Smurf.
We got Papa
That's
Smurf.
Papa Smurf.
We got Daddy Yo in the building. This is a family affair.
Always.
That's what's up.
Always.
Let's
Does
see
it
if Dad. Let me get Dad. I know
ever.
the service be getting crazy sometime.
There
I
you
hope.
Oh,
go.
hey,
Hey,
What's up? What's up? Is that
Papa
Papa Joe?
Smurf in the house.
Papa
I
Smurf.
said Papa Joe.
Papa Young.
Look
What's
at
up,
that
Papa?
rocking bed.
What's up, Papa? How you doing? I'm happy you could join the platform. I appreciate you, man. Talk or say what you want to
I
say, or whatever you
am.
want to do.
I
Do your
Real quick,
thing.
Dad, because
this
we on
is
time slots. We got to
and
Yeah.
because I wasn't even expecting
I'm
to.
about to say, I don't think he know what he did.
Nah,
But
I
it's
was
okay.
trying to write something on, and next thing you know, I'm with the live. I'm like, no.
It's all right. You got your 2 minutes to shine, Dad. Talk to him. What you want
Do
to
your
say
thing, Dad.
before we kick you
Listen,
out?
I was the things that my daughter has planned for 2024 is going to be off the hook. I was in the studio with her Saturday night, and the shit that I heard, excuse the French, it's just amazing for a parent to see their seed grow so much and expand in life and do not just for me, but for her, for this community, for the kids. That's what she's all about. She's all about the women. She's all about empowering. She's all about nothing but great, beautiful vibes. I raised three beautiful kids, and that's my number one. She's my birthday present. She's my
All
everything.
right, Dad. We love you.
Shout out
Real
to you,
respect.
Papa Smurf. Shout out to Papa Smurf, man. Let's put some fire emojis out there for Papa Smurf, man. You don't get that every day.
Facts.
Shout out to Papa Smurf in
Facts.
the
We
building, pulling up
don't.
by
My
mistake.
parents. Listen, my mom's in Puerto Rico right now. The only reason why she not watching because they are an hour ahead,
Okay.
and it's almost 11 o'clock over there, so they sleep.
All
You
right,
know what I mean? So
we're gonna make sure we give them the YouTube link after. We're
yes,
gonna definitely put this on YouTube after having the link.
absolutely,
Shout out to Papa
absolutely.
Smurf pulling
All
up.
Thank you
right,
That's what's
Dad.
up.
for your time.
Later.
I
Nah,
definitely appreciate
anytime, brother. You have a good night. I appreciate you,
it.
brother.
Sorry.
Hang it up on your side. He's like, what? You gotta end it on. You gotta end it on your side, Dad.
Yeah, I gotta hold up.
Just kick
Wait,
him
where
out.
the heck is it on my side?
There you go.
Hold on.
He'll be all right.
He out, right? All
I
right,
was
good.
like,
All right.
he didn't know what he did. He just pressed the
He
button.
he pulled up by mistake. That was like a mistake pull up.
That's a
He slid in
blessing.
by
Nah,
mistake.
that's
Nah,
always a blessing. That's
but
that.
you know what I say? The universe don't make mistakes, man. Even for 2 seconds, man. That had to be done.
Listen, talk about mistakes. The universe don't make mistakes. Your live wouldn't connect me,
Yeah.
right? We was in the studio. The studio shut down after we recorded the whole entire song in one take.
Wow.
Shut down. I was on a spiritual thing a couple days ago. System completely shut down, and I've been told 3 times like, "Yo, your energy's crazy." For some reason, shit just don't go technically right. I'm like, that's my energy. It's just aura. You know what I mean? Shut shit down.
I mean, sometimes that's how it gets. Sometimes, man, it be like that sometimes, man. Um, Adios.
Mm.
Before we get to the last fifth EP, Adios is out now on all digital platforms. Talk about how that came about, the production. Um, what's the reception you've been getting so far? Just speak on that.
It's crazy because I dropped 2021. 2021, I dropped Adios. So that was
Hmm.
middle pandemic. I just had my second son, and my sons are back to back. So I spent the whole pandemic pregnant. So
Wow.
I literally had, um, I had 90% of it already done prior to even, releasing it.
Hmm.
So it was just, luckily we live in the age of technology, and I was able to send everything out to finalize, get it all together. And it was to be, like my last one. You know what I mean? I
Like, what do you
was
mean?
done.
Last one. That
Yeah,
was it. You was on a
yeah,
retirement type of thing.
yeah. So
Wow.
I I titled it Adios. You know what I mean? A double conundrum. Adios meaning goodbye, obviously, but it was also meaning like it was like my letter to God. You
Mm,
know what I mean? Like this is for you. Like this is everything I have. Like show me.
mm.
Like if this is for me, show me. You know what I'm saying? And again, because it was a very dire time in my life, and I was just making life decisions, and it was like, now I got four. Am I really gonna commit to this? Am I gonna
Commit.
commit to, you know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? What I'm doing, where I'm at. Adios is fire. Yo, shout outs to my boy
Shout out to
Show
Show
Rock,
Rock.
CT in the building. You already know
Shout out to
that's.
Michelle.
I want
Shout
to
out
be
to
like
everybody that's in the building.
Calmati.
Chrissy Zara. I hope I said that
That's my
right.
bestie.
That's shout out to
She's
the
one of the
besties in the building.
OGs. Nah, listen, she one of the OGs from the block, shake the block gang.
Shout
Like that's
Shout out to the block. Shout out
the
to the
block,
block, man.
the
Shout out to
block.
everybody from the
Yes,
block, man. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Fire emojis for the block, man. We in the building, man.
Right.
I thank y'all for pulling up for Lady Pun, man. Please,
Absolutely.
fire emojis on the ass. That's how we doing that. Fuck out of here. That's what we doing, man. Fire
So
emojis for Lady Pun in the block.
Adios was produced. I have three major engineers on there. Fenico Beats, and he's Bad Bunny Almighty. He just did his last album, Saints. He's their engineer. I have Heat Makers, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
with the track for the Godson is on there. Um, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank right now. Who else is on there?
That's all
Um,
good.
Chris Black Beats. Thank you. I was like, how could I forget him? Chris Black Beats. He is the genius behind the single Adios.
Yeah,
I was rooting for you.
not to
There was
cut. Is
nothing I
this
wouldn't.
same Chris
Ooh,
Black from Brooklyn? From. 'Cause I know it was a rapper named Chris Black a while ago from
nah,
Brooklyn.
no,
Okay,
different.
okay,
No, not at all. He's out of he's in PA.
okay,
If I'm not mistaken, I'm not too sure if he claims Baltimore. I believe I believe he claims York, but Chris Black Beats, Black with a
okay. Shout out to
Q.
Chris Black Beats.
He's got major credits. You can check him out. But I got that beat from him, and it was something I wrote, and eventually ended up being like a manifestation. Like I said, it was my letter to God. I
Hmm.
wrote all of that at a different time of life. It was my most expensive project. It went into production. Listen to the names on it. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
videos that went in it. DOC is a big reggaeton artist. He's been around for a couple of years, and he's somebody that I've been working with again along my 10 years, and he's somebody who blessed me. Um, but it ultimately paved the way for me to make my decision of what I was gonna do. And obviously, I'm here now, and I'm working on project number 5. After another major life decision, you know what I mean? So, life goes on, and it is what it is. So we're here now.
that's what's up. That's what's up. I love that you got the right message that you kept going
Oh
because
yeah,
I like that and I like that because I feel like I think God responded because you gave your all. Like you said,
right,
you put your all in that, and you kind of you look for something, and you got the answer. You got however you got it, and
right.
it continued to keep you striving and keep you becoming a better person and a better MC. So I'm glad that worked out because what I mean. We need you out here, man. Ain't
Thank
too
you.
many MCs in the female realm I'm not gonna say too many, but we're not hearing them enough because they
You
out
know,
there.
you know what it is, and I'm glad you said that. Yes, they are out there, but what are they really doing? What are they really saying? You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
So for me, it's beyond the music because I have daughters. My daughter, my
Mm.
oldest daughter right now is a freshman in high school,
Wow.
and she plays on multiple sports teams, you know. So
Mm.
I am a public figure. I've been a public figure for 10 years, but now I'm around young women. Now I'm around young men, you know what I mean? Athletes, Latinos,
Mm.
minorities. And it's like I've been seeing what the community lacks, you know, same shit I was lacking 15 years ago, you know, when I was in school. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I feel like my music is, I'm more in a position where I can give back musically, mentally. I can show the kids, yo, I come from the same shit. You know what I mean? I come from the
Yeah.
streets. You know what I mean? I'm trying to show you, I skip the criminal record, skip all this shit. I'm trying to show you credit. I'm trying to show you buy now. Stop buying Jordans. Put that money to the side. Open a business. Open a LLC. Open a C
Mhm.
dot. You know what I mean? Like there's ways around it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
ultimately, I'm using my music to be able to bring that positivity, to be the Mary J. Blige, to be the Queen Latifah, to be the Lauryn Hill 20
Mm.
years from now.
And that's a fire emoji for that. I don't mean I'm a fire emoji your ass all day because I mean that's my I don't got a hand clap. That's my
Nah, it's all right. I
round of
say,
applause
give
is
me all
fire
the
emoji.
fuego.
That's
Give
how
me
we
all the
doing it.
fuego.
I
Give me
want
all
to
the fuego.
salute to that because we don't sometimes artists forget that even though we don't try to be role models and that's not a lot of us is not the goal, but our words are powerful. People look
Yeah.
up to us. They might not say that, but people look up to us and people follow our word and they listen to us. So the fact that you're using your platform and your music to empower women, men, and women and show them something different is a
Hmm.
freaking good thing because we need more of that, especially in our communities. We need
Right.
more of that. And without them being half naked, without them, always cursing or being vulgar. So
Right.
it's good that, like you say, you have daughters. So it's good that
Yeah.
you are able to show yourself in the light, and they can see that coming behind you, like, oh no, I gotta do what Mom Dukes is doing. Mom's is showing positivity, so that's all they're
And
gonna
now
know
my
and
sons,
represent.
my sons got to know the type of woman that they want to attract, what they want to see. They're not gonna. It's
Yeah,
just
like
different.
they're gonna want a strong woman, so
Hmm.
because they're gonna compare their girlfriends to their mom.
Oh, that's
Like, nah, my
all right.
mom, you know what I mean? So that's what we do as
Your
boys. We
mom's a
compare.
rapper. Like they're not gonna want to bring nobody home.
Even like, oh
Like
nah, your
nah,
mom's just who?
nah.
Nah, we ain't even messing with that.
But ultimately, like here we are now. It's project number 5.
And
Like
I was about to quick say, how has, because I know you've been in the musically inclined for a while since you were young. You went
yeah.
to country,
Hmm.
jazz, reggaeton, hip hop. Now, how was that background influence your music then up to now, up to leading up to your fifth project, as far as your creating process and you went to your concepts, and how has that impacted your music?
I can say it's expanded my palette, if that makes any
Mhm.
sense.
Yes, it does.
Um, I I write in many different ways. I rap in many different ways. I can slow it down. I can speed it up. I sing. I harmonize. I can bone thug and harmony you. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm.
can get up there
Well
and sing like
rounded.
the whitest person you know. But I think it just taught me more of what the people want to hear.
Hmm.
And it's only because, like you said, I'm already musically inclined. I just was born with it. I have the rhythm. I'm a dancer. I'm a musician. I play multiple instruments. So do my children, my ex-husband. Like it's just, I'm music everywhere,
Hmm.
But when I see what music does to people, that's what brings my happiness. When I see the reaction to what they're hearing, the smile, the pain, I make people cry with my music.
Hmm.
I That's the joy, and that's what I've learned listening to other music, listening to
Mm.
country music, you know listening to folk music, jazz music. I'm big on string instruments, so you'll hear a lot of my R&B stuff has a lot of string shit. Um, but I think it's because I'm a 90s baby. I was born 89, I was raised 90. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So I'm R&B is just me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm hip hop. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean,
So it's
if
like
you think
I'll
about
give
it,
back.
that's all
It's
hip
my pocket.
hop. I mean, I think country, I think all of that, all the genres of music have traces of drops of hip hop
Right.
within it. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to storytelling.
Yes.
You know, when you, like you said, country and jazz and even blues, when you read, because, you know, sometimes we young, we hear it, but we don't really hear it. And then when you really
Right.
listen to it, you're like, hold up, they have very relatable stories. They got a lot of pain, a lot of stuff they going through. They going through stuff in them country songs and them blues songs. They just make it melodic. You know, because
Absolutely.
I used to listen to the jazz station 101.9 when I was young. That was my favorite station at going to sleep because I used to like the smoothness. But
Mm-hmm.
hearing, like you said, the string
Before
instruments,
ASMR was ASMR, we had the
yeah.
radio.
Like you said, string instruments. I played the cello when I was in junior
Oh
high
wow.
school. I wasn't the best, but I learned to understand how the sound they create is very soothing and you know, it just gives you a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's the violin, the cello, the guitar, I like the sound of string instruments. So when you said that's like, yo, nah, these things they play a part. Like you said, expanded your palette. It made you understand what you're listening to and how to put certain sounds together. You
Correct.
know, so because I think to me, this is my opinion. I think when creating a project, whether it's a song or album, you have to understand what sounds good together. You just can't
Mm-hmm.
put because sometimes a beat may sound good, but it might be missing something, or you might have to take a sound out to be like, oh, nah, that's where my vision is going.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense, you know. So
Absolutely.
I appreciate people like you that are musically inclined, or even understand where they want to put their sound or how they want their project to sound. So a lot of
Correct.
times artists want a sound, but they don't know what type of sound they're looking for or how they want their
Mm-hmm.
project to sound as a whole. So you have that a lot going for you right there,
Thank
man,
you.
Lady
Thank you.
D. I said Lady D. See, I'm still caught up in
It's because you
you
know me. That's
know what I'm
why. Yeah.
saying?
It
Like,
makes sense.
it's Lady Pun, nigga. Throw some respect on
Facts.
that name.
Facts. Yeah, I don't say it
So,
disrespectfully. We
no,
good.
yeah.
We all right. We cool.
So you know, from your first joint, you know, the cassette dreams
Mm.
to the fifth. How do you feel you've grown as a person
Oh.
and as an artist? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel? What do you think is different from cassette dreams, Lady D, and Lady Pun on the fifth EP?
It went from trap dreams to tax dreams. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. The tax dreams. Um, quality. Off the rip, understanding that it was quality over quantity.
Mm,
Because back in the day, we were just so pressed to push out the
yeah,
mixtape with 10 songs on it, sounding crazy. I hear some shit sometimes. I be like, yo, shout out to Closet Productions on the live. You know, my best friend Rain and the brother. But that's what I used to call it. Like, you know, you sound like somebody recording in the closet and shit. You know what I mean? It's like, I think I had like a whole mixtape that was on that piff. I was like, I'm glad that shit don't exist no more because that shit was crazy. You know that that quality is crazy. So definitely
I
quality.
could definitely relate.
And the chemistry with the engineer is something that I'm very, very big on now. I learned with time and with projects, and you can see that.
Yeah.
Adios was probably my most in depth. 718 to 717 was a really good project too, but it was a little everywhere. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? On Adios, it was a lot more. I kept it with who I wanted, more organized and more money
Yeah.
invested. Um, but then it gets to a point where you realize it don't even matter how much money you can put all your money into it. You're not gonna get what you want out of it. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. Put all the money you want into it, but you're not gonna get that feeling that you're looking for out of it if it's not coming
I got
naturally. You know what I'm saying? So
you.
I learned to just I've always been organic. I don't pay for interviews. I don't pay for DJ spins. I don't I just let my music and my aura do its thing. When I
Mhm.
reach the right people and they can provide the platform where they can pay for those things, and that's what it does on its own. You
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying? I let God do his thing. I'm simply doing this because I enjoy it. I love
Mhm.
what I'm doing. This is my passion. I persevere. It's literally the album. This is the album, Passion Perseverance. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at God like, yo, like what's up? This is
That's what's
this is
up.
my letter to you. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately my passion just grew and I found myself more through my music and I just knew that this is what I want to do. So now
And that shows.
number 5 is
And,
easy.
and that shows in your music and even in the videos and the freestyles.
Absolutely.
and you can see that everything is organic and everything is just you just being true to who you are. Like I like the fact that you say it's organic because a lot of times we want to be on so bad. Sometimes we try to force it. We just start putting stuff out and just I gotta do this. I gotta do a gimmick or I gotta do this or I'm not getting
Facts.
enough views or enough this. But what a lot of people don't understand is when you do things organically and from the heart, it's gonna take longer.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a little longer because we're in the microwave era. Everything is snap. It gotta be.
Instant.
If I don't hear it jumping or if I don't hear something I like in 2 seconds, it's on to the next. But by the time they hear it, it's like, hold on, I missed that.
Right.
Like that did come out 2 years ago. I missed that. Like yo, that's crazy. So
Shout
and salute to
out to
you again
Norton. Yes.
for keeping it organic because it's hard to get lost and get caught up and start doing things other than yourself, other than
Mm-hmm.
being you. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to get caught up in the gimmicks. And you start doing, we see it. We see artists commit. Like again, I got nothing against what you do, but I'm not trying to
Right.
become a comedian. I'm not a comedian. I'm funny sometimes. I can be funny, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't no comedian, so you won't catch me doing nothing gimmicky just for some views or to get
Right.
attention. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
it's very easy to get sidetracked. So
I
I'm just
think.
happy that you
Excuse me.
you kept it true to yourself.
I think part of that, like staying true to myself, was realizing that same thing. Like I'm not about to be out here to each their own. Do your thing.
Hmm.
The comedy skits, everything is cool. I even thought maybe even the cooking shit, but I can't do something that's not me naturally. If you
Hmm.
look on my TikTok and you on my Instagram as well, something that I recently started a few months ago was my real shorts and sweet,
Yeah.
real short and sweet. You know what I mean? Those are my little segments of motivation, um, a funny moment, a story time, whatever it may be. But that is my moment of speaking to my audience outside of my music. You just have to find where I'm not on OnlyFans, comedy
Yeah.
OnlyFans. They want to do
You're right,
everything but
Sherrod.
that.
You ain't never
Facts,
lie.
facts, right?
You
Yeah,
ain't never lie.
the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't got none of that. Yo, and when I tell you, on God, I've never even opened it. I don't know what it looked like. I don't know how it functions. I don't know what nobody. I don't do what everybody doing. I don't listen to the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in my own queue because I'm an artist. I'm in my own element.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't focus on the likes, the views. You know what I mean? I get on Facebook and I do the Facebook because it's marketing. We're at
Hmm.
that cusp where we know, yes, we got the street hustle, we got all that, but we in a digital era,
Yeah.
sweetheart. And right now, I'm gonna take full advantage that this pretty face is gonna be all over everywhere. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because there's people up there looking like trolls. Why? You know what I mean? They play Call of Duty now. Right, everybody playing the
Yeah.
game now.
They play Call of not to mention they play. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they doing everything but they doing everything but what they should be
Right.
doing. Rapping, making music,
Hmm.
singing, whatever it is, because everyone's looking for views or looking for a certain amount of plays instead of
Yeah.
just doing what comes natural. Because like we said earlier, they're
Yeah.
trying to blow up, they're trying to plant a seed today and be a tree
Right.
tomorrow. That's important. You know what I think about? It takes 9 months for a baby to be here. Why would anything else take? Why would shit happen overnight? If it was that easy, it's 9 months
Social
for life to be
media is the
formed.
new street scene. Facts.
Yeah, man. And
Absolutely.
I think we could talk about this for another 2 hours, but
For a plant to grow, you need water, light,
you, exactly to
love,
piggyback what Showrock said,
energy.
social media is the false street team, and I say the false because we don't even know who we're dealing with. It's so much people buying likes, buying
Everything.
comments. You don't know who's real. You don't know if it's authentic. So it just sucks how social media is sometimes. It's a gift and a curse,
That is
man. It's a gift and a curse.
the Jeff,
It's a
right?
gift and
Tell them.
a
Look at that,
curse.
Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. Fire emojis for
Fire
Jeff.
emojis
Hold on. Can I put
for the host.
fire
Fire
emojis
emojis for
for
the
the
host.
host?
Oh, boop. And
Doing
everybody
that
in the
Thanksgiving
comments.
Day.
Fire emojis for everybody in the
Rock said
comments.
we could use
Everybody
that.
showing up.
He said we could use that for a bar, Rock. We're gonna put that in the
Do that.
chat.
Do
Yo,
that.
so Show Rock and I'm gonna say we working on something. He's going, we're gonna bless each other because he's blessing me. He is a talented artist. He supported me. I've supported him. Um, we've touched the same platforms, and we've also not touched the same platforms. I think we just have such a respect for each other. You know what I mean? Like I love supporting him as best as I
That's
can.
what's up.
I know he showed love with his Lady Pun shirts always. I just got out the
Look,
studio
that's
for you
love.
actually. Ooh boy, you
That's what's
get
up, Show Rock.
me
Shout out to
excited. You get
Show
me
Rock
excited.
on that.
Listen,
Shout,
you
just got out
already
the studio
know.
just to pull up the Lady Pun. That's what's up.
That's
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 what's up.
love. That's
Shout
love.
out to Ocean Visual. Shout out to everybody
Everybody,
that comedy.
everybody making my
Everybody
dreams
that
come true.
shout
Just
out to y'all.
write your own history. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
thank
Like
you for everybody supporting.
we've been in the ground. We've been in the trenches, man. So I created this platform just for people like us, for you know what I mean, to tell your story because like everybody we don't got Hot 97, you know, everybody don't got 105.1, everybody don't got the Breakfast Club. So this is our Breakfast Club. This is our little time to be great, to showcase our greatness because you never know who's in here that can do things, you know, that can work to increase your network. So that's
Yes.
what this is about, man. Like
Plant
I'm
the
just
seed
doing God's
first.
work.
Yes. Watch it grow.
Watch
Plant
it
the seed and watch it
grow.
grow. Put the
So,
work in.
Lady Pro, I know you got merchandise, you got businesses.
Everything.
I want this last minute and a half, 2 minutes to be shout your businesses, your EP, promote Lady Pun, the
Listen,
brand and the MC.
everything is available on TikTok. We got the TikTok shop set up. We got ladypun.com coming in February as well. We're launching everything Valentine's Day weekend. I'm going to be dropping singles every month. So you guys follow me on Instagram. Obviously, you're here, official Lady Pun on TikTok. I'm just flooding your timeline. You know what I mean? The Adios album is available on every single platform. Anything Lady Pun is on any platform. That's all you got to do. I'm the only one. You ain't going to find nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So just stay in
That's it.
tune and we working.
That's it. Shout out to Lady Pun. Please, everyone, follow official Lady Pun. Tap into her TikTok. Check out Adios on all digital platforms. New EP on the way.
Catch
She
me
got
in the
shows.
streets. I'm in the streets.
She's
I'm outside.
outside, man. She's
I'm
outside.
outside.
Just Google Lady Pun. You're gonna
That's
see it.
it.
She's outside. Shout out to Show Rock, also Videos. I
You
forgot that
got it.
studio just called.
Four
Was it Four Rock?
bricks. Four
Four
bricks
Four Brick
production. Yes.
Studios. You know,
We
shout out to them.
rocking.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to Elus,
everybody that pulled up.
Con
Go ahead, do your thing.
Genius.
Con
Con
Genius.
Genius. We gotta shout him out.
He's if you don't know Con Genius, man, you under a rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out the boy. He's been working. He got
Working. Everything.
crazy credentials. Crazy, and he could spit. Crazy
Crazy.
credentials. The boys,
Crazy.
and he's nice. I don't know. That's
Absolutely.
all. I gotta get Con. I'm gonna reach out to Con Genius, and we're gonna set something up for the
Absolutely.
future. We definitely gotta reach out. I want to set something up with Show Rock, Ultra Vision. We're gonna definitely do
Let's
some work. We're gonna
get it.
talk. Lady Pun, I appreciate your time. Thank you. I thank you. Keep doing what
Likewise.
you do.
Likewise.
Tonight, this. If I don't send you the YouTube link tonight, I'll definitely be up tomorrow. I'm gonna send you all the
Got
info.
you.
They call me. All right, what up, Patrick Star?
Oh!
Shout out to Patrick Star on the check-in. Shout out to
Shout out
Patrick
to my
Star on the
best friend,
check-in.
Bert.
Closet
Patrick
Productions.
Star.
You know what I'm
Golden
saying? The whole
Productions, there we
Bushwick.
go.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the
The
OG.
block. You
That's
feel what I'm saying? Shout out to
facts.
Papa Smurf on the check-in, pulled up, you
Yes,
know, by
facts.
mistake, but it's all love. You know what I'm
It's all
saying? So,
good.
Punk, we
Appreciate
appreciate you. Keep
y'all.
doing your thing.
Have a
Keep
good night.
representing for the
Thank
females, for
you.
the true MCs. You know, keep it Brooklyn. You know my motto, man. Write your own history or someone write it
Yes,
for you. And you will definitely write your own history, Pun. Keep doing your thing. I
absolutely.
appreciate you. It's all
Absolutely.
love. We definitely
Yes.
gonna link the outside of this. All right,
Oh,
Pun?
yes, absolutely. Hit me.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Good night.
Okay, you know how we do. Lady Pun pulled up and showed out. You already know what it is, man. Shout out to Lady Pun. Shout out to her whole team. Shout out to Show Rock, Ultra Visuals, all the studios she a part of. I don't want to forget no names or mess no names up, but Lady Pun, it was a great time, a great interview, great chopping it up. Dope. Please go follow her because this platform is about increasing your network to increase your net worth. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be active, be productive. Remember, it's impossible to think an impossible thought. If you could think it, you could bring it to life. Sound enough, it's only right. Stay righteous and write your own history, or someone will write it for you. It's only. Thank you, everybody tuned in. Thank you.